Mamma Mia, you know what that means? Mamma Mia tonight. Impact Wrestling presents Rebellion. As you see right here, Mauro Ranallo, legendary boxing commentator and WWE commentator, former WWE commentator, Mauro Ranallo comes around. He's the new going to be doing the call, the play-by-play for Rebellion tonight. So, and also we'll have the huge title for title. Swann, the Impact champion, goes against Kenny Omega, the AEW champion, the huge title for title match. Also, former tag team partners clash one on one. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, the former tag team partners and former tag team champions, clash. And they clash indeed. Also, a lot more wrestling news as Ronda Rousey announces that she is pregnant with her first child. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show presents Predict the Outcome for Impact Rebellion, which starts right after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of Predict the Outcome for Impact Rebellion. Impact Rebellion is tonight. What a rebellion we have for you right here. As you see right here. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Impact, use the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget, do not forget to subscribe. Subscribe, Miss Karen. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show for Impact Wrestling. We present Impact Wrestling Rebellion. You see right there. Well, I'm trying to space it off right here. Okay, right here. So a lot of championship matches, a lot of grudge matches as well. So let's get into what's going on right now with Impact Rebellion. The first match is this. Impact Women's Champion, Knockouts Champion, Dorana Purrazzo defends her championship against Tennille Dashwood with Caleb with a K. Now, Tennille Dashwood's been on the roll. Deanna Purrazzo has been on the roll as well. These two women, you know, both of them heels. I think Deanna Purrazzo coming off the heels of Impact when she had a match against Jazz, the legendary wrestler Jazz, in a huge career versus title match, and Deanna Purrazzo won, and as well as Tennille Dashwood won. Look for Deanna Purrazzo to continue her dominance as Impact Knockouts champion going forward. So it's gonna be a heck of a match. Also, another grudge match that a lot of people are talking about. The insane Sami Callihan goes one-on-one against Trey Miguel in a last man standing match. Now, you know the rules of a last man standing match. Two men battle and beat each other up to one of the men cannot make it to a 10 count. So they had to be incapacitated. Sami Callihan and Trey Miguel has been in war and been raging for weeks. And now these two fighters fight each other at Impact Rebellion tonight. So look for Callahan to get the upper hand on Trey Miguel. I know that. Also, the X Division will be showcased as Ace Austin, the new X Division champion, with Madman Fulton, goes against Josh Alexander and TJP. A triple threat match. Now, you know the rules of a triple threat match is the champion does not have to be pinned to lose his title. And in case Ace Austin does not have to be pinned to lose his title. And we all know that Ace Austin might be looking towards being world champion one day, but Ace want to hit that Destination Z or Contract X or whatever they call it to get the passport to become the world champion. So look for Ace Austin to retain his X Division championship over TJP and Josh Alexander. It does may have a match against Josh Alexander down the road. Also, this huge 8-man tag team match, as you see right here, VBD, Eric Young, Cousin Jake, I forgot that man named Rhino. They go against the Cowboy James Storm, Eddie Edwards, Chris Sabin, and Willie Mack. So you got 5 former world champions teaming up. Willie Mack as well. So A huge 8-man tag team match may start kickoff Impact. So this match is going to be real, indeed, intriguing to see. Seeing that the way how this match is going to go and build up to the match, and how the match is going to evolve, and how it's going to add to that staple. So look for the heel team, VBD and Eric Young's stable to win this match over James Storm, Eddie Edwards, Chris Sabin, and Willie Mack. Also, the tag team titles online as Juice, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson, the new Impact World Tag Team Champions, defend their titles against former tag team champions, the Good Brothers. Now, the Good Brothers lost the tag team titles to Juice in some Impact exclusive show, and now they get to become the challengers and try to regain the titles that they once lost. Juice has been representing New Japan, and now New Japan Pro Wrestling in the center stage with that relationship, making them the Impact Tag Team Champions. So look for the Good Brothers, hopefully, the Good Brothers retain and regain those title belts over. Speaking of that, tag team action as well for tag team gold. The women's knockouts tag team titles online. It's Flair and Flavor. I forgot them girls' name. Kiera Hogan and what's her name? They go against Jordan Grace, and we found out Jazz's partner for Jordan Grace was going to be Paul. Not Hogan, but I'm trying to think of that girl's name. Ellery daughter. Paul Ellery's daughter got her name. It's just that we forget first name, but look for that. I see them, Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellery. There you go, Rachel Ellery winning the women's tag team knockouts titles from Flair and Flavor. So Flair and Flavor got a lot of stake in their match. Also, Zack Ryder, well, formerly known as Zack Ryder, Mike Cardona goes one-on-one against Brian Myers. Now we know these two men have been teaming together for years as a tag team, as tag team champions, as best of buddies, doing their little tour collectibles. And now there's some heat going on, and one of these two men will want to get the upper hand. Look for Matt Cardona. I feel like Matt Cardona's going to win this match, and it's going to be a trilogy. And look for that happening. The trilogy keeps on going and going. So, like I said, it's going to be real cute, real knowing that Matt Cardona wants to prove himself after it's been a year since both him and Myers left WWE when WWE released them. And they're here to prove themselves like the one-trick pony. Tell you that right now. And finally, the main event is for the Impact. It's title for title. Rich Swann, the Impact World Champion, and Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion. Yes, title for title. The Impact title and the AEW title, both on the line. This is, like I said, we heard historic title for title matches. As you recall, Hogan Warrior for WrestleMania 6. Triple H Kane from No Mercy, 2002. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe. So it's been a historic title for title matches in the history of wrestling. But this is more epic that the voice, well, I believe one of the voices of wrestling, Mauro Ranallo, coming back to wrestling, coming to Impact. He's going to call that Impact Rebellion main event between Swann and Omega, title for title. This is real historic. Impact has been doing its best promoting it throughout its show. AEW has not been promoting it as well as should have promoted, but this is Rich Swann's challenge. This is his moment. This is Kenny Omega's moment. Kenny Omega could be the one walking out with 2 belts, or could Rich Swann be the one walking out with 2 belts? The question may have to be asked. But this is Rich Swann, to my opinion. This is his important match tonight. Tonight, all the stakes are on the line for Rich Swann. Rich Swann has an opportunity to make history. as well as Kenny Omega becoming the bet collector and becoming the man and being the top man in both their companies. So I want to know. I have to know who you think gonna win. I have the question. We all know the hype that Swann, that Impact been trying to promote for Swann, that he might be the one winning the championship on both belts. And Swann gave his obligation that he will be at both if he becomes the champion of both leagues, that he will defend at both leagues. But you got to ask yourself the question: does Swann has what it takes? And I don't think he has what it takes. But I look at it like this: Kenny Omega has what it takes. Kenny Omega's been surrounding himself with his faction. He brought back the Bullet Club. He got Don Callis in his corner. Got the Good Brothers. So Kenny Omega, this is his moment. This is his time. So Kenny Omega will leave Impact Rebellion as the dual champion. He'll leave as the AEW champion, and he will leave as the Impact champion and make those commitments. You got to wonder who Impact's going to have to beat him to take those titles off of him. You got to wonder that. You got to ask that question. Who's going to beat Kenny Omega to win both, especially the Impact title, because that's going to be kind of like a hard booking right there. And then you got Mauro Ranallo there to call the action. And I was saying Mauro Ranallo needs to be the new play-by-play voice of Impact Wrestling. You know, to roll around his schedule a little bit. But I get it. Mauro might not want to do, he might just do favors, but they need to heavily consider it that, hey, you got Mauro, he can come work for like a couple of tapings, 3 days out there tapings is it. That's it. So look for Kenny Omega to become the AEW, to still be the AEW champion and the Impact champion. So going forward. So this is a done deal. So let's say with that. If Kenny Omega becoming that dual champion. Also, let's move over to hot topics. As we talk about Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is expecting her first child. Ronda Rousey, who hasn't been seen in WWE television since the historic WrestleMania match between her, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda, throughout the year 2020, a lot of people were saying rumors and reports that she was trying to get pregnant. And now Ronda has revealed that she is indeed pregnant. So congratulations in order to Ronda Rousey, the baddest, like she said on YouTube channel. She made a confirmation on YouTube channel. So Ronda Rousey is about to be a mom for the first time. And congratulations in order to Ronda Rousey. She's expecting her first child in September. So Ronda Rousey, congratulations. Also, Charlotte Flair has problems with Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer kind of speculated what was going on with Charlotte. Dave Meltzer said that Charlotte was trying to get some dental work done, but that wasn't Charlotte's case. Wasn't the case while she was suspended, as that was her suspension was kind of glued, but she kind of made it clear what she was doing during her suspension. So Charlotte Flair trying to put the rumors to rest. And then also a lot of people are talking about this bad gate. Now we talked about that Mickie James, who got released from WWE a couple of weeks ago, said that she got her package. And she said that WWE mistreated her and disrespected her by putting a bag in her box on her outfits and stuff. Mickie James took to Twitter to announce her displeasure. Triple H and Stephanie tried to do damage control, PR damage control, and they were saying that with Stephanie McMahon, and I quote, saying, Mickie James, I'm embarrassed that you or anyone else would be treated this way. I apologize personally. On behalf of WWE, the person responsible is no longer with the company. So a lot of people are trying to point the finger at who was the one to initiate Badgate. Well, we found out that it was Mark Carrano, and he's no longer with WWE no more. So Mark Carrano right here, no longer with the WWE no more. After Badgate, he was a former head of talent relations. Now Mark Carrano is out of a job and unemployed. So I guess with that. Also, WCW superstar, former WCW superstar, former the 1985 Chicago Bears lineman Steve Mongo McMichael announced that he has MLS. Mongo McMichael, who can forget Mongo McMichael when he was one of the lead voices of WCW Nitro when it debuted and went head to head against the WWE with Raw on Monday nights. Mongo was there with Bobby the Brain Heenan and Eric Bischoff leading the voices of Nitro. Mongo also became part of the Four Horsemen group with Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Chris Benoit. Mongo announced it this past week that he had dealing with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. We wish Mongo McMichael the best because Mongo McMichael is a fighter and he can talk, but unfortunate for him. But we wish him the best, Mongo McMichael. Man. Also, a lot of people are talking about this where Kyle O'Reilly trying to cosplay what's his name? Orange Cassidy. Trying to say he's trying to be an Orange Cassidy ripoff. And like I said, it kind of do look like that Kyle O'Reilly trying to be an Orange Cassidy ripoff. And I just hope WWE be more creative. And they said that he looked like he was nervous, that he didn't want to do it, but he didn't have a choice. So it's sort of like in that essence, well, just Kyle O'Reilly, just stick to wrestling and everything go forward with you. So a lot going on. And then too, they said that EC3, the former TNA superstar, now Ring of Honor superstar, he's hospitalized after an infection. So ECP resting comfortably, trying to get himself together. So hopefully a speedy recovery for EC3 and his going on with him hospitalized with a what's going on with EC3. He had an infection, a bad infection. We hope EC3 has a speedy recovery, whatever he's doing. So there you go. Also, New Japan champion, IWGP champion, Will Ospreay wants to bring CM Punk back. Now, you recall, Will Ospreay did say he wants to have CM Punk. He wants to bring CM Punk back to wrestle. So Will Ospreay might have the opportunity. CM Punk is more open to the idea of want to come back and wrestle. So who knows? Would that happen? We had to wait and see. And then also, MLW is coming to Vice TV. Huge news for MLW coming to Vice TV. When I found out about it, I was like, oh, MLW going to be showing new episodes. They're going to neglect their YouTube channel. Well, I guess what they're going to do is they're going to still keep their YouTube channel with new episodes, but they're going to show Vice TV, MLW on mornings. I'm like, no, really, nobody going to really get up in the morning, so you might well put it in the afternoon and leave it like that. But it's just that. We'll never know. We'll never see. It's just a great look. It's global expansion. Vice TV, the network more hip to millennials and what's going on in the world and how the world revolves around and how the world is viewed. So come on MLW, that's good. And keep the YouTube, everything stationary. Just keep everything afloat. So everyone will know who you are and what you're all about. So good for them. Also, WWE announced that they're partnering with Crunchyroll for an anime project. The anime with the graphic novels. So, they're going to have some anime book with WWE stars in it with cosplay. You know how they go. So, you know how they're beating this in the tape. Speaking of that, Miro took the whole entire AEW staff to watch Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is partnering with their parent partner is Warren Media. So Miro decided to take his own money to go, which that's nice. That's a nice gesture from Miro doing that. So nice for Miro. Also, the legendary NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Terry Funk has announced that he was battling COVID-19. So we wish Terry Funk well, and he hopefully to get himself battle and be able to fight COVID-19. Because Terry Funk, one of the all-time greats, former NWA World Champion, former ECW World Champion, Terry Funk is that. So we got to the news. We talked about Dave Mesler and Charlotte Flair, their issues. We talked about Mickie James with bad gait. And we talked about Ronda Rousey announcing that she is pregnant. So congratulations, order Ronda again. Ronda Rousey been trying for about 2 years now to get pregnant. Now she finally has that chance to become a mom. All right, that is the Pro Wrestling Show Rebellion. Predict the outcome for Rebellion. So if you're going to watch Rebellion tonight, do so. Support wrestling. Support anything that's wrestling related, wrestling matters. So hopefully tomorrow we get back in order. We get back in business for the Raw Ring Report. Catch you up on Monday Night Raw and Tuesday with NXT, the NXT Ring Report, and Wednesday with the AEW Ring Report, and probably Friday or Saturday for the SmackDown report. And then we'll have hot topics throughout those shows. So we increased it. 4 shows throughout the week for the Pro Wrestling Show. So for me being Kendrick Dick saying so long, and we'll see you at Impact Rebellion. See you later.